With Dynamics 365, we're taking productivity to a whole new level. We're simplifying the experiences, and we're also blending together productivity tools and business processes, Office 365 and Dynamics. We're also blurring the boundaries between front office and back office, between CRM and ERP. And we're using the latest Microsoft technologies, not for technology's sake, but for the sake of delivering these beautiful, immersive new experiences. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to take a role of a sales representative who's sitting in the back of a taxi going to visit a customer. I'm going to do what a lot of us do a lot of the time, which is I'm looking at my email and reading my email. If you look at my email here, I see actually that there's an email from Jim Glenn, in which case they're looking forward to the meeting I'm just going to be walking into. As I'm doing that, I want to get informed. I'm going to get to the latest information about this customer so I can have an informed meeting with him. So all I'm going to do is open Dynamics 365 for sales. And as I do that, Dynamics 365 understands the context in which I'm in, understands which customer I'm emailing with, and what to see. It opens all the information about that customer and interaction with the customer right here within my email and my phone. So right now I can see I'm talking to Jim Glenn, who's a purchasing manager. I've sent him a brochure. There's some previous cases around damaged goods. It looks like there's an opportunity around office furniture. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, it's a $2,000 opportunity. I want to learn more about that. So what I'm going to do is just tap on Open Record. And again, Dynamics 365 understands my context, launches the mobile app for sales, and opens that opportunity right within my phone for sales, where I can get all the information about that opportunity in my hand as I sit in the back of the taxi going to the meeting. In this app, I can now look at documents. I can see the documents I exchanged with this customer. And this shows me not the full drive of my documents, but only the relevant information, only the relevant documents to that customer. I can go back, and I can actually now, while sitting in the back of my taxi, open this, create a new Word template for an opportunity proposal, and that's going to generate in Microsoft Word on a mobile device a proposal that I can quickly edit and send off to the customer even before I actually got to the meeting. Everything from the back seat of a taxi. Now, I go into the meeting and have a great meeting with this customer. We shake hands and I leave, and now back in the taxi going back to my office. As I do that, I actually go in an email and I look and I see a great email coming from the customer. He says, we're really interested in this. This is looking great. We really like to get a quote for that. So what I got to do now is say, open Dynamics 365 for financials. And from my phone, now not only I get the relationship information with this customer, but I get full financials information about the customer. Again, Dynamics 365 understands my context and gives me information about that customer. So here I see the balance, and I see there's some aging accounts receivable. I might want to remind him next time that he needs to make some payments. And as I'm in this screen, I can actually go ahead and right from my mobile device say, I want to create a sales quote. And as I do that, it will create a sales quote. And notice how it pre-populates everything on the screen with information and context of that email, the address, the company of that customer, and I can go ahead and create that sales quote. So let's see, he was looking for some Rome chairs. And let's select that. So here I get my item list, and if I just look at the different items, and scroll down to Rome chair, and I think he was asking for a quantity of 10, was it? And just like that, I created a quote on my phone, and I can just go tap up here and say, send by email, and I've sent Jim now a quote that he will receive in his inbox when he checks his email. So I've done all this effectively on my phone, in the backseat of a car, or I could be walking over to a customer. Now, thank you, like that. Now the next day I'm back in the office, and when I'm in the office, I'm doing what a lot of us do in the office. I'm looking at my Outlook and reading my email. So as I'm reading through the email, actually the good news just got even better. So Jim really liked the quote, and he says, could you add another 10 items to that quote? Now what it used to do, I'd have to switch between different applications and try to find Jim in a different system to make the quote and update a quote. But right here from this email, he's referring to this quote, and all I got to do is open that quote right within the email of Outlook. And there I can see, again, all the information about that quote. I see it's from Coho Winery. I see that here's the quote I just sent, and he's basically asking me to add 10 more pieces, which is very simple for me to do. I just go ahead and add and resend that by email. And right here from in Outlook, I just generated an updated quote with an updated quantity, and you'll see that I have now 20 pieces and this beautiful quote that I've sent to Jim right from the conversation I had in the email. So, as I keep on working throughout my day in Office 365, I look at my calendar. And this is certainly a calendar view I'd really love to have one day with only one meeting. Yeah, that'd be great. But what I have here actually is this one great demo meeting that I have. This is a meeting with this customer coming up. What I can do right there, I can say I want to reply to everybody from that meeting. If I click Reply All, it's going to open an email. And now, watch this. If I go to Dynamics 365 for Sales, again, right here from an email, it detects the context of that message. It understands who I'm about to write to. It knows which company it is. It knows who the people are. And I can see the entire history of conversation, everything I've done with these people on this mail thread. I can look at the different persons and Rena, and I can actually reply to this email with a single click. All I have to do is go into Templates and take one of the predefined templates for replies and say, meeting thank you, add to email, and I'm going to attach a file, which is a presentation from the last meeting right here, and off we go. So just like that, with a few clicks, I can interact with a customer, sustain that relationship, and thank them for the great business we had. Now, what we're doing is not just productivity in terms of blending different experiences. We're also bringing productivity by means of integrating the latest Microsoft technologies in what we use in every day in the back office. So what we have here is an item list. We have an inventory. And if I look at the Athens desk, you see something very interesting here on the right-hand side. Cortana Intelligence is plugged into the back end, and it's continuously analyzing ambient data and inventory data to give me inventory predictions, inventory forecasting. So I see here that I'm going to run out of inventory in this graph. But not only do I see I'm going to run out of inventory, I can take action based on that intelligence right away. So I can go in here and say, create purchase invoice. And as I do that, the Cortana Intelligence Suite is going to automatically recommend me the quantity I need to put in a purchase invoice in order to restock my inventory next period. But that's not the end. You can also see there's a message here saying, hey, when you're actually buying from this vendor, you're also buying other items you have in your inventory. Would you like to add those as well? I've hit yes, please. It will pre-populate this purchase invoice with other items I buy from that vendor with the predicted amounts in order to restock my inventory. So these are some of the new experiences we bring into Dynamics 365. We believe we're bringing productivity to a whole new level.